well.
And if you ain't down with that, then we got 2 words for you.
Oh, 1 minute. I gotta fix my audio output settings too, because it's not like, oh no, now it's not like picking up stuff. Where is Peter when I need him?
He has the link.
Well, tell Peter I totally need him right now.
You tell him. You're the one that was in the Discord chat.
Because I'm busy. Nobody can hear you guys until Peter helps me fix this.
That can be a good thing.
No. Hi, everybody that might be in chat. I'm sorry you can't hear my very irritating co-host, but they're being so useless right now. Okay, where is it?
What?
Wait, what?
Oh my god, you guys aren't listening to me.
I haven't done anything.
You realize she's going to say that's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's the problem.
You're not listening.
See, there it is.
$11 for...
The woman called. You're not listening.
Yep, $11 for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cymbals and a hi-hat.
Because he's got hi-hats.
Oh my god. Seriously, my output capture isn't working. Oh my god, I so do not want to deal with tech issues today.
They're all conservative. I'm on the left. That's as cliche as folk punk can get.
I hate you so much right now, M&Ms, because you're totally not helping.
I bet you never thought ahead of time to say, hey, let me set this thing up and see if I can get it working.
I didn't have time to today, Crappy. I've been really busy.
It's like I spent about, before my stream today, I spent about half an hour setting everything up.
Shut up, M&Ms. I was really busy.
Yeah, you know what I was really busy means?
Actually, I wish that's what I was doing.
Go.
You know what? Today is not the day, Crappy. Today is just not the day. Now, I am going to go get my slippers. Somebody entertain the chat.
Are we live? Oh yeah, we're live.
Hi, chat. I got no money because I wasted on Mad Dog. Because we're young, stoned, and stupid.
Welcoming virgins fair, vanilla life, in the castle down to all the cups.
Oh, thank God. I can actually close these doors. That way nobody's gonna have to be subjected to any cussing and screaming in the background. And my feet are all swollen when?
That's unfortunate.
That is.
I don't know what she's cursing at upstairs, but she's cursing at something upstairs. Somebody save me.
Volunteered for it.
Shut up! You know what?
You kind of did volunteer for it. Actually, no, not even kind of. You 100% did volunteer for this.
It was for a good reason.
True, but still.
So give me love. Because it was for a good reason. So give me love, damn it.
Okay, let me see. They're there. It'll all be okay. Am I doing it right?
Yes. Something is better than nothing. I mean, the sarcasm is just dripping off of you peeps, but yeah. Alright, let's pull up my chat even though I only have 20% battery on this shit.
Deadbeat punk songs for rotten teens. I avoid my family by any means.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
So hi, Jed. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, good. There's nobody there. Thank God. They didn't have to hear all this crap. Matter of fact, why is nobody there? I know they're all in Discord. 1 minute. I'm going to go yell at them for not being here.
We'll be here. Tell Arms Killer and Elowen to check their DMs, and Peter check their DMs. The link is there.
Do. Let's go into Cheers.
Where everybody
Hi,
knows
guys.
your name.
Guys, do you know what time? Do you know what time it is?
12:07. It's funky time. It's 12:07.
Funky time, I like that.
Okay, so why aren't any of you on my chat? Because it's kind of lonely in there.
Oh, okay. That's not my problem.
It is now, because I'm here bitching.
You're in my channel.
Of course, because I was busy.
Alright, I'll join your hangout.
Thank you.
Fuck it, you know what? I'll be nice to you for once, actually. There we go. So,
Ouch.
well, out to you later.
Harsh?
For simple reason. Also, Soki's just joined your chat as well.
Good. I'm super happy about that. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, there we go. I fixed my no problem.
That was probably the most woman thing you've ever done.
That was cringy as hell.
That was just embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be sitting here in this hangout after that happened.
That was so cringy.
Oh God, Saki, you're here and you can clip stuff. No. You just said just be glad nobody's here to clip anything, but I just realized that Saki is here and he could clip stuff. Although, actually,
And then Saki also said that he's used to being called nobody. So is that saying that so I think that was just a way of saying that, don't worry, it's just him around to clip things.
Oh, well, you know what, Saki? Actually, if you took random clips of Blind Trucking and made it into a super cool song, like Scotty's stupid porn song, that would be super cool. I'd even play it, for every stream, because that'd be super cool.
But what about the 50s mega mashup?
I play that too. Be a little bit of both. Although, I'm sad that Green Thunder didn't show up. Green, I miss you.
Scotsman, you sit on a throne of lies, saying I'm always here.
Fair. Alright, so it's Monday. And
All day.
There's no tune I possess long enough to include all the juicy clips. That is a good point.
Fair. Well, even just some of the smaller juicy clips is totally okay with me. Just saying. I mean, it'd be super cool to have a super clip made out of you because, I'm really, musically inept. So, yeah. Anyways. So, since Blind Tracking was down a lot last week, except for when M&Ms took over from me, which, thank you. But anyways.
You're welcome. You're welcome because of you. I'm almost out of stream time on StreamYards.
You're also almost out of body hair.
Wait, you have a limitation on stream time?
Yeah, 25 hours a month.
Yeah, if you don't.
Really?
Yeah, if you don't pay. Which I'm not paying them to use that. Fuck off.
Yeah, I know. You'd like seriously, that sucks. Okay, thank you very much. However, guys, did anybody talk about the State of the Union address? Wow.
I don't think we did.
Not in so many words, because the State of the Union was a total cringe.
I think we briefly touched on it.
Well then, let's cover it.
Yay! Oh, and by the way, if there's an echo in chat, let me know so I can move the speaker farther away from my microphone.
I don't hear echo.
Oh, good.
There doesn't seem to be an echo, no.
Because I'm kind of in a different office,
So do we talk about? Do you want to talk about the State of the Union first or the repercussions first?
Which one sounds more juicy?
Well,
Actually, no, we kind of did touch on the State of the Union.
Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi is the juicy detail.
Did we
Yeah,
touch on it on
and
Blind
We
Trucking?
we talked about that when I ran the stream.
Well, fuck it,
Yeah.
I want to talk about it.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
talking about that like as we went on the air.
So the dirty secret. Okay, so the dirty secret about Nancy Pelosi is she actually, her office actually tried to get a video that I was gonna say it's still nobody knows if it was Trump or Trump's office or who made it. But did you see the video, blind girl, or did you hear the video?
No,
Um,
I didn't hear about it. I've been super busy for the past 4 days. Let me tell you.
okay, so someone sat and made a meme video,
Is it a
where
Pelosi ripping paper?
it was because it would show Donald Trump at the State of the Union talking about the it would show first the kid who wanted to be in the Space Force, and then showed that his grandfather was the last surviving of the Tuskegee Airmen, and it flashed to her ripping up the paper. Then he started talking about the soldier, and then flashed to her ripping up the paper. It just one after one, the parts where Trump was talking about the good things in the speech, and then just flashed to her ripping up the paper. Now, the neat thing is, Nancy Pelosi's office actually went and tried to have that video removed for being fake news. But
How was it
Facebook-
fake news? Everyone watched it happen.
Yeah.
right, but because it was a matter of the video made it look like their argument was the video made it look like she was ripping it up as he was talking about the Tuskegee Airmen and the soldier coming home and all.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter because the copy of everything was in that paper, and she ripped it up and practiced. So might as well be what's in the damn meme.
And it's not like the Democrats do not give a shit about what Trump says during his State of the Union and act like massive fucking children as a result.
Exactly.
True that.
Didn't they still fact check the shit out of it, even though
Thunder!
it was basically numbers?
Green.
Yeah, they did.
You didn't notice?
No.
No,
I'll start to worry about you, bud.
I haven't been looking at my computer.
I looked down at the
that
chat and saw him
explains
there
it.
saying, "I'm not going to stop playing Minecraft just to come on the stream," but I didn't want to interrupt Trucker's meme talk.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I didn't
Smiled.
want to be rude as to, suddenly break your... Wait, be right back. Break your
No
train
worries.
of thought by
Hello,
saying
So-
Green
Joe.
Thunder's here.
No worries.
Oh,
So
big
what?
bro.
So basically, the thing is, Nancy Pelosi used it as an excuse, saying it was trying to say it was fake news. It was misleading. Well, Facebook's had made the comment saying everything that was in the video happened. It's pretty obvious in the video that she wasn't ripping it up as he was saying it. So piss off. Take a hike, lady. So yeah.
Nice.
The only problem I had with the speech was, didn't Trump come out as pro red flag laws?
He's done that.
He did that in
done that already, but I don't think he did that.
And then he says he's
No.
standing behind the Second Amendment.
Actually,
yeah,
his
I think the red flag
the-
laws was like earlier in his presidential career, and now he's kind of eased off on it
It
because he
was
sees where it's
like-
going.
Yeah, I think that is a strong possibility. When he talked about now I'm going to try to give him credit on this, because when he came out in favor of the the red flag laws, it was when he came out in favor of it, it was because it was a fleeting comment he had just made on the side. If he stands behind it, or if he stands behind what he said, yeah, we're gonna have problems there, Donald boy. You know.
Yeah, but you know who's still been still been an active supporter of it? The biggest disappointment since I found out WWE was fake, Dan Crenshaw.
The one-eyed senator. He was
Yep.
supposed to be the best.
Yep.
And
Like I said, the biggest disappointment since I found out WWE was fake.
Wait, WWE's fake?
yeah,
Please tell
50-50.
Please
Scripted.
tell me you don't. I was gonna say, please tell me you didn't think I was serious when I said that.
Yeah, no. Although I don't like using the term fake because it's not technically fake because they actually are. There actually is a lot of.
Oh,
Never mind,
the wrestlers have to be a member of the Screen Actors Guild. Come on.
The injuries aren't faked, but the storyline is.
Yeah,
Well, some of the injuries are fake.
Shit, it's scripted.
It sits right on that line between real and fake. I'm not saying. Believe me, it's definitely entertaining, but
For a little bit, I was actually training to do like the pro wrestling stuff, and yeah, let me tell you something. Bumping sucks.
Why?
that can go in such a dirty way.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Depends on what you're bumping and how you're bumping it.
Bow chicka bow wow. insert thinly plagiarized 8-bit version of Careless Whisper here.
You know what's
How-
funny is as you were saying bumping and grinding and all that sexy stuff,
What was
I
that,
would just
blind
like
girl?
to point out that just as you said depends on what you're bumping and then bow chicka wow wow, a picture of a baby and then me and the cat popped up on the meme reel.
I was about
Oh
to say,
god,
help,
that is horrifying timing right there.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's fake.
I was about to say, help Mr. Misanthropic bump something that's probably fun. Get him to Canada.
Make sure something goes bumping tonight.
Oh wait, this is probably the first time that Blind Girl and Skittles have been in a stream together since Skittles saw a really good looking picture of a really good looking brunette.
What? No.
What? Fuck you guys.
No, you.
No, thank you.
I'm good, you know.
You guys are dead.
How bad do you want Skittles up there?
Right now, really bad.
He may not make it.
Because
No,
he
I'm
just
just
made
getting
googly
really
eyes
mad.
at somebody's granddaughter yesterday.
Okay, no. I was not making googly eyes. You sent me a picture and said, "Hey, pick one."
You just happened to pick the wrong one.
Is it the one where Crappy Slayer could be contemplating murdering you quite brutally?
Oh, it ain't
Could
murder.
Could be.
Just remember, guns don't kill people. Pissed
Nope.
off grandpas do.
No, they don't.
I'll get to them first.
What?
I will get to you first.
I live a hell of a lot closer than you do.
Yeah.
Somehow she'll probably still be
And,
there.
and if he goes the way I think he's going to go, he's going to pass right by my house. So I can just be there.
Nah.
Oh, so you can just use guerrilla tactics.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the rice paddy, motherfucker.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
Okay, well, I guess I'll open up the news for most things.
Yeah, so Skittles is now fearing for his life.
He should.
Good.
You know what?
The problem is, who's he fearing his life for? Pissed off grandpa or Blind Girl?
That's
Just
the question
saying.
I was going to ask. Nah, he's got a fear for his gonads. That's all he's in fear of.
Yeah, and someone donating $150.
So that's streamlabs.com/Mr. Misanthropic to have him pull hair off of his body using tape.
I couldn't have picked
Oh.
I couldn't have picked just something that less painful to eat or myself for.
Yeah, I know.
The worst part is
You really
somebody
did
should have
this
come
to
up with a
yourself.
more I think somebody should have come up with more of a precise price list when when they forgot to mention his lips.
Yeah. You really brought that upon yourself, Skittles.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair, most of it you brought upon yourself.
I brought all of it upon myself.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so
Oh yes.
What I
the
know.
I was really hoping that the pipeline wouldn't go down this way. I was hoping that both sides could talk and negotiate some certain things. But dozens are arrested in Vancouver as the RCMP raids on the Westway because of the pipeline. So, a third Indigenous camp is facing court-ordered removal Monday in northern BC to make way for the $6.6 billion coastal gas link pipeline. I'm really disappointed that it's going this way.
Okay.
Well, I'm disappointed at the Indigenous, and I'm disappointed at BC to not be able to work out a way where people don't have to leave their land forever, and this pipeline can get done, even if it's just a temporary removal. That would have been, I would have been like, okay, temporarily you just got to go a little to the left so they can put in the pipeline. But they're actually tearing apart. They're tearing apart tribes and neighborhoods, and as much as Canada needs the pipeline, that kind of makes me sad.
So you're telling me Canada sucks at negotiation.
Yeah. So as an
Canada
RCMP,
sucks at everything.
yeah, as an RCMP raid in Indigenous sites in northern British Columbia drags into a fifth day of arrests, another 43 people have been arrested in Vancouver for blocking port traffic in solidarity. Okay, never mind. You can totally arrest them now. Never mind. I don't feel sorry for them.
Oh yeah, just the moment they
Cancels in
block traffic,
solidarity.
Yeah.
all bets are off the moment they block traffic.
Yeah. I don't even care now. Like, I thought they were kind of uplifting tribes and just arresting people, and I was going to be really sad. But no, they're just blocking fucking roads because climate change. Fuck that. Never mind. Take them away.
So first you thought they were being uplifting, now you just think they're being uppity.
Yes, that's exactly what it seems to be.
A bunch of uppity, saucy boys.
A bit. So, a bunch of uppity little cunts.
I like my word better. Although I can't say my word because I stole it from my poli-sci professor a couple years ago.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like, I do have like certain sympathies for people that are being displaced for a pipeline or something, but if they're just standing there blocking roads, then no. Like, the Indigenous have to bend a little too. Like, we can't just be like, no.
That's the art of the deal.
Exactly, because I'm sorry, but the natives live up here too, okay? And you want to know how they stay warm and they don't freeze to death?
Burn wood, burn wood.
Yeah, no. Okay, it's not how it happens. So
I know an Indigenous girl. Man, can she bend?
Oh,
And if you want me, and if you want to help me you get to Canada to figure out how another Indigenous girl bends, streamlabs.com/Mr. Misanthropic. Boom!
to me, I need the money.
Nice shill, Skittles.
I need the money.
Only the best shows from Mr. Misanthropic.
But anyways, so yeah, like, the natives will stay.
Hey man, I got student loans to pay.
I will soon too. But yeah,
And the worst part is, folks, if you had tuned into Mr. Misanthropic earlier, you would have been able to watch him beat off live on YouTube.
Yep.
So anyways, The indigenous people are all about climate this, natural that, tradition this, don't walk on my lands that, and yet they're all starving for either jobs, alcohol, or they're using the things they're blocking from getting done in order to survive. Like if that pipeline goes through, the economy is going to go up. There's going to be jobs that their native sober men can go work on, and while it's not the greatest for the environment, at the same time, they would all have frozen to death if it wasn't for the fact that we have the second largest oil deposit in the world. So, fuck you, natives. Can you please compromise here? Like, Jesus.
Are we assuming that these are natives and not just people pissed off on their behalf?
No, it's indigenous.
Ah, fair enough.
A, because it says it in the article, and B, because I know a bunch of the people that mass protested the pipeline in BC in Toronto, which I'm like, you're going to protest in Toronto? Really? Okay. Just, it makes me very angry sometimes just to see this kind of garbage. 1 second, I gotta see where I was in this stupid article. Well, not see where I was, but you guys know what I mean. The Wet'suwet'en Nation has faced increasing police presence on their territory since early January, when hereditary chiefs evicted pipeline workers and police from their land. On Thursday, RCMP began removing Wet'suwet'en, land defenders and supporters from camps along a snow-covered logging road to make way. Okay, so you can have a logging road. You know how much gas... Anyways, a snow-covered logging road to make way for the $6.6 billion Coastal GasLink pipeline. The police say they are enforcing an injunction issued by BC's Supreme Court in December, which basically says fuck you to your fucking land there. While the Wet'suwet'en hereditary leaders say they are upholding the laws on their own land where they still hold title rights. So in other words, it's just we own it and you don't, and we're just going to say bye-bye to you because we can. No real reason other than because we can, bitch. It's like, come on. When the sea rises, all boats rise.
Didn't they agree to the pipeline at first?
Some of them do, yes, because some people actually like to have jobs. But other natives just like to drink.
Damn.
That's not racist at all.
I don't like any lazy people. Well, never mind. Hypocrisy is something I'm good at, but yeah, lazy people suck.
And you know what?
But enterprising
Racist
people
when you are
swallow.
one.
God damn it.
Hi, Red Feather.
Sup, Brad?
Bad. Hi, how's it going? I miss you so much right now, bro.
Oh my god. Speaking random note, Dan Kershaw came out for fracking. Fuck him for that. Fracking sucks.
Depends on who's fracking. Jen! Oh my god, I've known you for how long, and this is the first time you're in my chat? Have a wrench.
Yo, Jen,
Really?
what up?
Well,
First
that was passive aggressive as shit.
Yeah.
Why'd you jump 50 feet?
Because I'm busy.
Hi, Thunder's mom.
He said hello.
I love how we all just kind of say that with like a drag in our voices.
So I forgot something. Sue me. No, they're probably in the kitchen under the table. Why? Shit. Be right back.
Okay, so Sockpat had a good point where he said that pipelines are the most environmentally friendly way to transport oil. And it's
Yes.
funny. It's like if we don't build the fucking pipelines, now we gotta ship it over the water, and we're probably gonna, have an oil spill, and then everybody is gonna have really cheap
BP.
sushi. Exactly.
Well,
and then,
where's the gasoline going?
Ah.
Because there's the
think-
thing. It's staying. I'm assuming that the gas is probably staying continental.
Well, it's called the Trans-Canada Pipeline, and so I think it goes all across Canada along with Alberta's oil.
Okay, so
It's
like I
supposed
said,
to be a way for us to be sufficient in our own energy production without having to get it from the Saudi Arabias, which is why Justin Trudeau was so like, I don't really want to do this because I like the Arabs over there. Anyways, so yeah.
well, what I'm thinking is,
Yeah,
if
okay, I was right. It was supposed to go across Canada. Thank you, Jen. You can join us, by the way, if you want, Jen. I think we have another spot. You want to join us?
this is Hangouts, not StreamYard.
Okay, so we should have enough room for the very. You know what? It'll
Yeah,
bring
Hangouts
some,
was up to 10 people.
It'll bring some spunk and joy to our stream because you guys are all downers except for me. So having another Canadian that can laugh.
What are you talking about? I'm not a downer.
Wait,
You're
how do we
talking about one.
downers?
Jesus Christ.
You're the only one who's been a downer.
Yeah, especially that article about how the indigenous people blocked a road and got arrested for it.
Yeah. See, here was my point on this. If they don't do it by a pipeline, depending on the pipeline, that can be up to, 5,000 gallons a minute moving through that damn thing?
Also, it's Hangouts on Air that doesn't exist.
Right.
Hangout still exists, Red Feather.
Yes.
Oh, apparently.
But they are-
Trudeau- Okay.
Right. You cannot broadcast a Hangout straight to it like you could, last year. But Hangouts does still exist. That's where we are right now.
I think the issue is even this year they plan on discontinuing Hangouts, so...
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
use
figure.
it until it's gone.
We'll worry about that for now or later.
Exactly. And
So-
Sockbat says that Trudeau got into a fight with Saudi Arabia 2 whole years ago. How I missed that, I don't know. No, dog, you're not coming in because A, I don't want you wolf wolfing, and B, they're my butter tarts. No.
What the fuck?
No. No. No.
But it's a cute dog.
Oh, fine. Come here. The YouTubers want to hear you bark.
I don't want to hear it bark.
What do you want? Oh, you
It's
want
that
a fight.
cute.
$1 million a blowjob and a private and a mansion on a mansion on the beach in
sent the
Florida.
Hangouts link to Jen.
Yeah, somebody
Mhm.
send Jen the Hangouts link for me because I'm kind of technologically impaired right now.
Well, when are you not technologically impaired?
Okay, well, I usually have a huge TV behind me that my screen reader can use. I only have my tiny, tiny laptop screen today.
Jen, can you send me a message over?
I think I've sent
Nice.
her a link.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, guess what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of here. You're no
I said I got it.
Bye.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, I said I got it, but no one heard me because I forgot to unmute myself.
Whoops.
Cool. What's up, Jen?
Hello.
Hi,
There you go,
Jen.
happy Canadian.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out one other thing that happened last month that people keep forgetting this one because the thing is there was an accident in Saskatchewan with one of the trains. Here's the reason why we want the pipes. It's between obviously shipping things is bad. Taking a train is not going to stop it from, we have more accidents from trains spilling oil everywhere, than pipes being blown up. I didn't know about the part where they were trying to remove people from their land, but I've seen more interviews from the side that wants the oil than I have from the other side. It's just anytime you go to the protests, most of the ones that I've seen, not saying that there aren't any native ones, but most of the ones that I've seen are the guys that are being shipped in who aren't A, part of the tribe, and B, aren't even native.
Yeah, agreed.
So it's really hard to get information about the situation because these guys are interfering with it. So like if it's an issue of moving people temporarily while they lay the tracks, that's an easy kind of fix that you can do. And obviously you should pay them a little bit of money for the inconvenience. Oil, I don't know if they're interfering with those talks, because I'm pretty sure most of the oil companies don't have a problem with that. You know, like that's a fair enough solution.
Oh shit!
That is.
Sockbat said the reason why Trudeau got mad at Saudi Arabia is because they tweeted a picture of an airliner flying into the CN Tower in response to technically it was Christina Freeland. Who's Christina Freeland?
She's our sorry, I always have to think when I think of her. She does her negotiation talks.
Fight with the Saudi a few years,
Oh,
ago,
okay, so it's not Trudeau that got into a fight with him. It's Christina Freeland, and she got mad because they tweeted a picture of a plane flying into the good old CN Tower. I'm sure Elwyn would love that.
Let's just be real here. She's the one doing most of the work. Trudeau doesn't do fuck all.
Well, he does
Regardless,
do a lot of spa and yoga. That is super stressful.
Because Trudeau is a hack at best.
Are you saying Trudeau is just as good as the royal family and just being a figurehead?
No, he's worse. He's a Muppet.
Actually, yeah, the royal family at least have some, how do I put it?
They're also not supposed to interfere with the politics, is my understanding. Is like it's kind of frowned upon for them to.
Oh yeah, the only thing relative to politics that they do is the speeches, the Queen's speeches, and signing laws, and that's about it.
Whereas Trudeau, the only work he does is expressing his opinion, which is people kind.
Well, he dances too.
Ooh.
And he makes Canada look like a laughing stock.
Like
Well,
I said,
Canada kind of does a good enough job of that on their own, but
he's a Muppet.
He is a Muppet. Like he's
even worse.
He's literally just the face of the Liberals right now, and that's basically it. And even then, I don't think they're going to hold on to him for much longer. Like, based off of the way he's acting right now, I'm pretty sure he knows he's on the outs regardless.
And because he wants that big job in the UN, right?
Have you got so you've got a parliamentary system?
Yeah.
So even if Trudeau was to resign now, would it still be the same party?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We're not really that much different. Like we're kind of an odd mix of basically you, with the odd little bit of the US thrown in.
The thing is that means all the
no. Don't bring to the US into y'all's bullshit.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm saying in terms of how our government is run.
So essentially,
we don't want no claim of that shit.
So if the Liberals want to save face, all they really need to do is have a vote of no confidence.
Yeah, that's basically what we're trying to do. The problem is like the Conservatives would have to be the ones to do it because they're the only party big enough to really do it, and they're kind of shit too. So.
Oh, okay.
Like right now, like I told you before in the Discord, like our Conservatives might as well be Liberals. Yeah. They might as well be Liberals. And the thing is like there are some new guys coming out. I have to do some more research on the two that are fighting for it. But honestly, I don't have any faith in them anymore. I pretty much lost faith in them last October. And it really kind of hit home. It really kind of hit home because all the problems that we have in Canada, Harper had time to fix those and he didn't. He had no interest in it. And I don't think anybody coming afterwards is going to do it either. That's kind of why I was leaning more towards Maxime Bernier, despite the fact that I don't know that he's a real good leader. He has the better party lines. He has like the points that I want to see from a conservative. and he wants to fix our system. You know, like the way we vote in Canada is unbelievably unfair for everybody. And I don't think it's working. It's really not.
Sure, shit isn't as good as the British, parliamentary system. Because even though it's similar, like with a shit leader, we fucking threw Theresa May out. And I don't even think that was through a vote of no confidence. I think she just resigned. So, And then we got Boris Johnson,
Well, don't
who
you
is
think old
doing
Liz?
a
Don't
splendid
you
job.
think Liz may have had a hand in that?
In Boris Johnson?
Damn it, dog.
And Theresa May quitting?
I don't know. If they had a chat, maybe. Who knows?
Oh no, everyone just getting sick of Theresa May.
I don't know. Don't you think Liz may have come up and say, "Yeah, you remember Diana, right? Yeah, that's about to happen to you, bitch."
Nah,
Just
even
saying.
then, nothing was just nothing was happening at that point. I think her resigning was part of it. Could have been an attempt by her to break a stalemate.
Get a ban.
Because essentially Parliament was providing a massive stonewall.
It's one of those things where, like, I respect that the royalty doesn't express their opinions on stuff. But sometimes I kind of wonder what she really thinks about how things are going right now. Like, if she's not just like, "Wow, this is fucked up. I'm glad I'm gonna die soon."
Now there is another thing that royalty can do, and that is prorogue Parliament, which Boris Johnson had done to Parliament before that. So he essentially stopped, essentially he gave him an early holiday, which then people got pissed off at. They're like, Boris Johnson can't do this. This is a constitutional nightmare.
Y'all ain't got no constitution. What are you on about?
Actually, we do, but it's not like a properly written constitution like you lot. But we do actually have a constitution, but let's just say I'd much rather have a proper written constitution.
That would be nice, yes. So, does anybody want to hear something awesome?
Is that the dog barking some more?
Oh, I know, right? The dog, is like obsessed with me. He wants me
That
to
dog
play
is a
with
cute
him.
little mop. Be
He's
nice.
a mop. A freaking mop.
I don't like dogs that are mops, or like not even as tall as my knee when fully grown. It is not a dog if it is not at least the height of your knee when fully grown.
It's a cute dog.
Whenever I spill something on the floor, I just drag her over it and it disappears.
They do help with cleanups when it's food.
Our dog at the house does the same thing. All you have to do is say "oops."
That's awesome. So, anyways, the awesome, cool Canadian thing, because I feel like we do America all the time, And I mean, now we just got to do our own. Yeah, no phrasing. Anyway.
Do America was a okay movie. If you like Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, God. Okay, so anyways. Canadian telescope hears mystery radio signal repeating every 16 days beyond the Milky Way. Ooh.
Space.
So,
Here's the thing about that. A lot of things give off radio signals that aren't.
Shut up,
just
Green.
natural.
It could be aliens.
hold on. Okay, so bear with me here. So it's a repeating signal every 16 days.
Yes.
For how long? Bandwidth? Source?
Okay. For the second time in history, a radio telescope near Penticton, someplace in Canada, has picked up radio bursts from outside the Milky Way. Something or someone.
So it's received electromagnetic radiation.
Yeah, has its deep space music on repeat. Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyways, A mysterious radio signal from space that was first detected in Canada appears to repeat at regular 16-day intervals, according to a draft research paper from the astronomers who are analyzing it. Ooh.
Could be from a star.
The unusual signal, known as a fast radio burst, or FRB, has fascinated astronomers since Canada's CHIME telescope first detected it in 2018. Scientists have discovered hundreds of seemingly random one-off FRBs over the last decade, but only a handful of them have been found to repeat.
So a high frequency radio wave.
From outside of the Milky Way on repeat. That is super cute.
Well, here's a
I can't stop myself. I'm sorry. It only took y'all 43 years to come up with that after we did. Sorry. Because remember they said this is the second time. The first time was August 15th, 1977, in Green Banks, West Virginia, on the Drake Telescope Assembly, and it was called the WOW signal. Sorry, I'm a dork. I'm a geek.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Something more
we're
geeky.
researching it more than yous. So you know what? That's fine. It's a joint thing. I like working together. It's good. There's a
I'm not
nice
sure
number
about the
of things that
youngins.
is good.
The WOW the WOW signal was detected in Green Bank, West Virginia, in 1977. It's never been detected again. It's never been repeated again. And it's actually really cool because there's something really cool about Green Banks, West Virginia. It is the only town, it is the only place in America where by federal law you are not permitted to have any kind of radio transmitting device whatsoever.
Ooh.
So
That,
here's a
remi-
fun fact.
that reminds me of like the space version. That's like the space version of the bloop, which was found underwater. It was some kind of really low frequency and incredibly loud noise that was under the water that was picked up by three separate microphones like hundreds of miles away from each other.
Yes, I remember hearing about the blip. Yeah,
And it was right in the same spot where Cthulhu was supposed to reside in the Lovecraft mythos.
Ryula, damn island nation that sunk.
Which
Okay.
that's really fucking
But
cool.
here's a fun fact. You probably have heard the Big Bang. You know the static between stations on the radio? There's a small portion of that comes from the Big Bang.
yeah, this radiation created by the Big Bang.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think, considering its high frequency, it must be relatively close. And I say relative in the most relative sense.
Maybe we'll find out in paragraph number 3. Hint. Okay. Anyway, this particular signal is not only repeating, but some mechanism appears to be sending it out at regular intervals, according to a preprint version of the research paper. The findings have not yet been tested by experts. Oh, so just dumb people are testing this? Anyway, the signal starts every 16
Oh,
days.
trust me, I guarantee you said he's involved in this.
Okay, so the signal starts every 16.35 days, lasts for 4 days, and then falls silent for 12 days. Interesting. Before starting up again. According to the paper, the number of bursts within each of 4 days blast varied each time, according to 409 days worth of data compiled by Chime.
I think, Blind Girl.
Hmm?
I think I just found an article that says it's been translated.
Okay, can I finish this one first?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Our results suggest a mechanism for periodic modulation. By the way, somebody's actually watching chat while I read, right?
Oh yeah. So Red said maybe it's a space whale, and then
Oh hell, blue whale. Build a
also
space whale and make Mars pay for it.
well, I'm pretty sure we do have a space whale.
Isn't Elon trying to occupy Mars? But I mean, technically, the asteroid belt would be a kind of a space wall, wouldn't it?
Actually,
Yeah.
an actual space wall look into the microwave barrier. You brought up space stuff around a bunch of dorks. What did you expect?
I'm
Space.
fixing to ruin something in chat, by the way.
Let's just say it's the one thing that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Okay, so yeah.
Anyone get that reference, please?
So yeah, our results suggest a mechanism for periodic modulation and disfavor models invoking purely sporadic processes. The study authors say in their abstract. That's always good. In other words, just in case we didn't get it the first time, the signal is not repeating at random. They say the source might be flickering at regular intervals, or some other factor might be interrupting the signal blast in a consistent pattern. If confirmed, the discovery would be another first in the early study of FRBs, which have only been known to science for a relatively short period of time. It would also shed even more light on this particular FRB, which is known by the less than memorable name of FRB 180916.J0158+65, whatever the fuck that means.
That is the number classification and the catalog number of the recording of the signal.
Oh.
Also, butter to you too, Cryptic.
Hello, Cryptic. And Green, the iceberg thing is just what they want you to think. Cthulhu lives. Although fun fact, there has been a recurring noise that gets recorded around the same time every year underwater. It's similar to the sound that a whale makes, except it would be from a creature much larger.
Click on that SCP link and read
And
it
it's
sometime.
So anyway, this signal that was recorded, what is now called the FRB, has actually already been translated. It translates to subscribe to PewDiePie.
God damn it!
Also,
Sorry, Thunder.
I love SCPs.
Skills about the possible Cthulhu links to the bloop sound.
Bloop.
That could just be Omegon touching himself.
Moist.
Isn't Cthulhu like Omegon's daddy?
But wait, there's more. Thank you. Okay. Chime researchers announced in January that they had traced that same signal back to a spiral galaxy some 500 million light years from Earth, which is like super totally cool. It was only the second FRB signal ever to be traced back to its source and the closest known source point to Earth. Researchers first detected FRBs in 2007. Each burst typically lasts no longer than a few milliseconds, and it's still unclear what exactly causes them. Canada's Chime Telescope in Okanagan Falls, oh, it's in BC, okay, of course it's a stupid name like that, is specifically designed to listen for such radio signals from space. I'm surprised Jen hasn't told me how to pronounce any of these yet.
Jen?
Hey, Jen.
Hi. I was absorbed in looking at the cute pictures. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're actually looking at the stream?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that. I'm weird that way.
Also, possibly Red Feather. It's possibly a Scientology iceberg.
Well, Tom Cruise is going to be happy.
And I could never say that with a straight fucking face.
As will John Travolta.
Wow.
Ooh,
Well, it really just started as a bet.
Cryptic.
The best no Mexican. I'm the only. Well, no, I actually told my mom about my channel name, and she just about lost it on me. She's like, "Isn't that racist?" I was like, "It's a Simpsons joke, Mom. It's a reference from Simpsons." She was like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
I was going to say,
yeah,
calling it calling it Nanook of the North actually be more racist?
Yeah, it would. It would actually probably be.
Hey, in other news, Adele lost a bunch of weight and now she looks pretty good in leopard skin.
Okay, and?
Nothing.
I could take her or leave her.
Usually means that the fat movement side of the SJWs usually goes after people who are famous who've lost weight.
I don't know what she looks like to begin with.
She looks like a middle school teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to put it.
I wouldn't say that. I had a crush on my middle school teacher.
Oh.
She looks like the one who you wouldn't want to have a crush on.
Yeah. She looks
Hello,
like,
Peter.
Well,
Hello, Peter.
Good evening, Vietnam. No, I'm kidding.
Links in your Discord, Peter.
hi, Pete.
Bark.
Yeah, with her, like it was when she first came out, she wasn't bad. Like I mean, she was still fairly skinny. I think it's just like she had a period. Yeah, sure. She had a period where she had cancer. Like I think it was cancer of the throat or something serious. So like during that time period where she was out of the limelight, that's when she gained all that weight. So I don't want to judge her on that because I don't know. I've never had cancer. I thought most people lost weight when they had cancer, but
people lose weight when they're on chemotherapy because they lose all appetite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's happened with my graphics and when my computer graphics instructor had cancer. He lost like 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cancer's a dick.
So I think maybe it was just afterwards or something. I don't know. Like, I mean, if you figure you're almost retired and you're okay, I mean, I wouldn't blame her if she just wanted to eat, but no, she came back to the scene. So I don't know. It's one of those things where the fat movement people were like, "See, Adele's a successive woman and she's big," and then Adele was like, "I didn't deserve to win this award. It should have gone to Beyonce," despite the fact that Beyonce has won awards before. She doesn't need to win every award just because she's black.
And even then, Beyonce ain't as good as she used to be.
No, she's not. She used to be a lot better.
Yeah.
All the single ladies, all the.
And Duck Dog is here. Hello, Duck Dog.
Hello, Duck Dog.
How's it going?
Weird amalgamation of a duck dog.
So,
Someone put Duck Hunter in a teleporter and Duck Dog came out.
by the way, Mr. de Blasio having so much the troubles right now. So, a union representing NYPD sergeants said Sunday that its members will go to war with Mayor Bill de Blasio. Y'all remember that guy, right?
Who?
Well, to be fair, wouldn't Bill de Blasio the mayor that the entire police force turned their back on when he showed up to a funeral?
Yes. Anyways, hi Pete. After a police officer was shot in what has been referred to as an assassination attempt, the Sergeants Benevolent Association (SBA) tweeted that the mayor was not welcome to officers in the hospital. You sold the NYPD to the vile Creature, the Union, Twitter account posted. I don't even know what that means. The vile creature.
Also, night, Leona.
Hi, Leona, and bye,
Hi,
Leona.
Leona. Good night, Leona.
Loves, all the loves. So yeah, apparently the NYPD very, very mad at this De Blasio guy for some reason.
Bill de Blasio.
Well, if you've seen New York, then you know why.
It's a shithole.
I
And
heard it's a
Bloomberg.
hell of a town.
Bloomberg actually has a lot to it has a lot of responsibility on that as well. Bill de Blasio, for lack of a better term, he kind of pulled a Sadiq Khan and has definitely earned the ire of the police union. Where, if I remember correctly, a couple years ago, Bill de Blasio had a sheriff had been executed in a car, and he said something about how it was the cops' fault, if I remember correctly.
Well, now they're going, let's see. A man accused of trying to kill police officers in separate incidents in the Bronx has been charged with attempted murder. Robert Williams, age 45, was also charged with resisting arrest and criminal possession of a weapon. The NYPD says that Williams, who was captured after firing upon officers inside the 41st precinct, striking one on Sunday morning, is the same person who shot at officers in a marked police van on Saturday night while the van was parked on Barretto Street and East 163rd Street. Police Commissioner
Borden?
I'm gonna
I mean,
throw
what?
you in the slammer. Police Commissioner Dermo Shia said on Sunday that Williams had a violent criminal history, noting that he had been convicted of attempted murder in 2002. He shot an individual. He carjacked a woman, escaping from it, and in the ensuing flight from the incident in 2002, he crashed the woman's car that he carjacked and got into a gun battle with New York City police officers. Williams was paroled in 2017, and Shea asked, since then, he has one recorded arrest, and he happens to have court in the coming days for that arrest. During the Sunday shooting inside the precinct on Longwood Avenue, police say that Williams kept firing and only laid down on the floor when his gun was out of bullets, of course. A video appears to show the suspect firing and eventually being tackled and beaten by police.
But guns are illegal in New York City.
I know.
Oh, I thought you were just sorting out your shopping list there, trucker.
Butts?
My shopping list does not involve going into New York City.
And is it pronounced Shay, Duck Dog?
Is it? Is it? I don't know.
Because I would think it's pronounced Shay.
Oh, maybe
God
it's
damn it!
Shay.
Where the
Oh,
hell's
by way,
Cryptic when you
here's
need him? Shea butter.
He's in the Cryptic's in the chat.
And to be fair, Duck Dog did say like the nut butter.
Sorry, my bad. Sometimes Siri pronounces it a little funny, and then I get kind of stuck up on what to. Anyways,
It's an Irish name, if I'm getting it right.
the Post published photographs of Williams in the hospital. Williams, who sources said suffered cuts and bruises during his arrest Sunday morning, is seen handcuffed to a hospital bed with his eyes swelled up and closed. Officer Paul Strofolino.
Eyes swollen and closed. Injuries he suffered when he fell down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally not because he tried to murder 2 cops and got his ass whooped.
Justice. But anyways, Officer Paul Strofolino, who was sitting in the driver's seat of the van, was struck in the chin and neck, while Lieutenant Jose, I can't pronounce that, was hit in the arm. Strofolino was released on Sunday, and the other one of the name I can't pronounce is being released on Monday. Police officials and Mayor Bill de Blasio described the attacks as attempted assassinations. Shea also linked recent protests about the over-policing of people of color, of course he did, to the violence against cops. Just remember, these things are not unrelated, Shea told reporters.
They actually have a point on that. Bill de Blasio has been severely increasing police activity in, it's been very much targeting black neighborhoods only.
So he's a racist.
They do actually. He's going to say no, but he did actually. He actually kind of is. He is kind of guilty of what they're accusing him of on this one. Much like Bloomberg with his stop and frisk policy.
That's always nice. So, we had peoples marching through the streets of New York City recently. It brings me immediately back to 2014, where we had the same thing right before Ramos and Liu. We have people marching in New York City last week, and I condemned it. And I condemn it right here again today, using profanities against the police department. Everyone should be speaking out against this, and you have to be careful about the words you use, whether it's on social media or on written papers or speaking, because words matter and words affect people's behavior. Decolonize this place, which has been loosely organizing the FTP, fuck the police, actions, offered a rebuke to Shea's comments posting on Instagram. We deplore this attempt to smear the FTP movement. How can you even smear a movement that says fuck the police? Like, honestly?
That's what it is. It's because de Blasio sides with Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Also, Duck Dog isn't necessarily incorrect.
Okay.
I don't think it... I think the only thing is it doesn't matter if it's a black or white neighborhood. If it's just a neighborhood of a particularly high crime rate, then yeah, obviously there's going to be an increased police presence.
Well, that's part of that's actually the part of the problem, is because it had been accused that there are white neighborhoods that Bill de Blasio did not actually increase.
That are also pretty bad.
Right.
Now that would make sense.
I have an idea for all of it. Stop breaking the law, asshole.
Well, that agrees on everything.
Breaking the law.
I was completely wasted.
I think
out of work, and
I can definitely see why they're complaining about racism in this case, because it does seem that way if it's also neglecting the neighborhoods that are white, but also incredibly high in crime rate.
Just
Yeah,
to ask, but isn't he a Dem?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
New York has not had a Republican since Giuliani.
Hmm.
And that was 20 years ago? Yeah. And as far as Giuliani's effectiveness, that's still up for debate. But Giuliani did kind of clean up New York to a point. And anything that he did, along came, Bloomberg and Cuomo and now De Blasio, and yeah.
And now he's trying to clean up the swamp.
They are the swamp.
I know.
Every time someone talks about the swamp, I want to go, welcome to the swamp. Aye.
What are you doing in my swamp?
That was
Donkey.
really bad.
Donkey.
What are you doing in my swamp?
That was
Donkey.
God, that was bad.
Nick
He
document
did shit.
I've ever
No,
heard.
no.
I am not going to play with you right now. You can paw and bark at me all you want, like a little.
Play with the
little
puppy.
mop
Play
you are.
with the puppy.
No,
Puppy.
dude. When I'm here,
As
I let the dog out and I play with
as
it.
everyone
And
stops sounding like a mental retard.
Oh my God, there was a beautiful big black dog up at Dollar General the last time I went. I so totally wanted to kidnap the thing.
I wanted a new kitten for Chloe, but they're $200 to adopt from the pet store.
No, that's why you go to the pound.
Get one from the shelter.
Well, no, the pet store only
Or
has shelter animals.
Or just do like Chloe and get another one from under a dumpster.
Has to be a kitten. But anyways, PetSmart here.
I'll send you up
They
one of
only
mine.
they only do adoptions from like fosters and shelters and pound and stuff. They don't
there are a
ever
lot of pet
do
stores
mills.
that don't do. There are a lot of pet stores that don't do from breeders anymore.
PetSmart's one of them.
Which I can't completely disagree with them, but
Well,
I can't. The one-eyed cat Prince, we got him as a kitten from a shelter, so.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, breeders are okay, but the
Turd.
problem is that puppy mills and kitty mills end up happening if they become too popular, right? So to reduce that, shelters are always a good thing. But anyways, they have like these cute little kitties, like kittens.
They were actually worried about when Grumpy Cat became a thing. They were worried about breeders breeding that defect into the cats.
yeah, I could see that being an issue. There's dumb people who would do that.
Horrible
That's
people.
how we got pugs.
No shit. No, they just smack them with the frying pan right out of the womb.
Yeah. So, anyways, they were talking about we deplore the attempt to smear the FTP movement, which again, fuck the police, what the fuck. Anyways, linking the right to protest and to take direct action with unassociated and random acts of violence is a well-worn and gratuitous tactic long used by authorities to suppress dissident speech. Oh, so you're trying to justify violence by going, he started it. Good job. You are a 5-year-old.
What a surprise! They're fucking 5-year-olds.
I know. Like, it's almost like they're like sociopaths too.
And slightly moronic.
Acting of random acts of violence because they started it at some point in time, whenever. So yeah, we can just do it all we want now. Justified. Anyways, the pattern of racial profiling and brutality on the NYPD's part stretches back for decades upon decades and is widely recognized as factual. Just because you recognize something as factual doesn't mean it is factual. Like, if you're talking about a time when, we were still calling them the N-word because it was true at that time. I'm just kidding. We're talking about a time when it was like kosher to be like racist against black people, and you're saying, see, it goes back decades. It's like, no, that was a point in time. And
How dare you use the word kosher, you anti-Semite?
Shut up, Goyim.
Okay, fair, but still, like, just because somebody did it years ago doesn't mean it's still going on today, and it doesn't give you justification for anything. Like, I'm sure it was way more extreme decades ago than it is now. Now you're probably going to have isolated cases or even isolated departments of cases of racism, or even idiot mayors that go, yeah, target the blacks because they're all doing the thing, just like fucking strip search them, go for it, stop and frisk, yeah. Like,
well, obviously, the people of the black skin color can't do anything on their own because they're stupid. Well, according to most Democrats.
They can play basketball.
Oh, of
The
course
thing
they're...
is all that de Blasio
They can also pick cotton. Come on.
Disavow.
Just the fuck avow.
Also,
Yeah, I'm going to disavow that one.
like, seriously,
Oh,
what
come
de Blasio
on.
needed to do.
Did I ever tell you guys about that one time?
They can also steal things and sell you crack.
Just the fuck avow.
They're just good at getting the 5-finger discount. They don't steal.
Oh, and they're really good at supplying you with Nikes. Knockoff Nikes.
It's like a cultural.
How many fucking times do I have to say it this stream?
I'm going to have to agree with you. This whole section needs to be disavowed.
No.
Were the shoes too far?
This whole conversation has gone way
I don't know.
too
I
far.
think somewhere between basketball and stealing everything. Jesus
Seriously,
Christ.
I was gonna take it in a different direction and be like, well, at least you're not talking about Adidas, because when you start talking about Adidas, I'm assuming you're talking about crouching Slavs,
Well, yeah, and like, don't forget the art of the wife beater. Which is biracial. I mean, white people and the darkies can totally wear the wife beaters. Racially diverse people can wear the wife beaters and make it proud, So it's not technically racist if everybody does that shirt justice.
Yeah,
right?
Blind out. The Asians also wear wife beaters too.
According to Cryptic. I used to wear wife beaters.
Hold on. You wear wife beaters? You know it's a felony to impersonate a law enforcement officer, right? Wow,
oh
you guys
my. This dog is growling at me through the glass.
No, but real speak.
I was going to say, Jesus, he's found you.
All that de Blasio needed to fucking do was to do all that, but also do it to the white neighborhoods that were also shitholes as well, and then there wouldn't have been a problem. Easy treatment and all.
Yeah. At least it would leave people with less to argue about.
Instead of
what idiot said that poor people have just as many rights as white people or something like that?
I forget his name, but yeah, he was a fucking moron.
Oh, are you talking about the guy saying poor kids are just as smart as white kids?
Yeah.
That was either Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden.
That was Biden.
That was the Biden thing with the poor black people. That was his comment.
Oh yeah, because Bernie said something like oh god, Bernie said poor people don't know white people don't know what it's like to be poor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the idiot that said a poor white person still had more privilege than rich black person.
Oh my god, I've actually seen that video. A black dude who's like a big creator gets like millions of dollars off YouTube. Went up to a homeless white dude and said, "You have more privilege than me." Like, the fuck you say?
So, Duck Dog, does that mean you wear a crop top?
Yes. Just for you, Duck Dog, I answered for you. He uses it when he goes hunting. It's how he hunts. It blinds the ducks coming his way,
It's everybody looking at him.
right? I'm kidding. We love you, Duck Dog.
Wow.
How the hell do I get
Dog.
how do I get myself involved in this shit?
I don't know. It's like, why did my mouth open that one time when I
Oh,
could've
where's
done
my
that?
like? I have a T-shirt around here that I had the sleeves cut off of. Now that's just redneck as hell. Where is it? It's also a freaking Weeboo T-shirt too.
Dude, I have dozens of shirts that I've cut the sleeves off of.
Speaking of Biden,
What?
he's in troubles.
I'm not surprised.
So, Biden calls New Hampshire voter a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That-
fighting behind
that's-
that PG.
That is actually a bit of a non-story, really.
But
That
It definitely
line
Who's
is so
fapping?
hilarious.
were they lying?
It shows he's old as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
But
what
it's
kind
a-
of an insult is that from like the 30s, 1930s?
It's actually a
maybe
movie.
1920s?
It's actually a movie. It's an amalgamation of like 3 or 4 different Duke Wayne insults.
Oh, okay. Well,
Or John Wayne, the Duke.
Joe Biden kicked off a controversy when he called a New Hampshire voter a lying, dog-faced pony soldier. Mr. Biden was responding to a question about how he could convince voters that he would be able to win the Democratic nomination. To which Biden responded by asking the voter if she had been to a caucus before. When the voter said yes, Biden responded by making this comment, lying dog-faced pony soldier.
I
So
go
you
back
said
to my
this is a
first
non-
comment. Was she lying? I don't know.
Trucker, you
Because
seem
that's
to
how
know
you
what I'm
win
talking
vote, I suppose.
about.
Again, it sort of comes like, if he was joking, then he was joking. But if he wasn't, then he's biting the hand that feeds him, which isn't very bright,
That
especially for a
actually
presidential hopeful.
I don't
By
think
saying
anyone's
he's-
ever accused Joe Biden of being bright. So
Well, the thing is, the whole comment about biting the hand that feeds him. This is actually the 3rd time he's done this in this campaign.
Mhm.
On 2 separate occasions, he has told male voters that something like, if you don't like Biden's stance on something, he needs to vote for the other guy. And he said that twice now, and now just calling somebody, a horse-faced liar. That's really not that surprising. Hmm?
So he's not going to win.
Oh no,
He ain't got a prayer at this point.
no. I don't think they have anyone that could possibly win at
Not
this
a
point.
single one of them.
You know,
Sanders would probably be the only one who has a chance in hell.
Actually, no, he doesn't, considering electoral fraud always affects him.
Yeah, I was about to say, and there's no way in hell the Democrats. I was like, yeah, it's like 2016. Sanders is the only one who has a chance in hell of winning, but we all know that the DNC is not going to let that happen. He's not
Yeah,
going
they're
to let
not
him be
crazy enough to be that commie, are they?
Yeah, they are.
yeah, they are.
Filthy
Yeah.
fucking commies.
So the thing
He
is right
did
now,
nothing wrong.
the thing is, as far as Sanders goes, there's the shit going on with Sanders and Yang and all that. But the thing that's going to bury them all right now is the fact that they're actually talking about change. They absolutely refused to change the rules to let Booker debate, or was it Klobuchar debate, or Marianne Williamson debate. But now that Bloomberg has actually just entered it late, has entered the race very late and is spending the hell out of everybody, they're actually talking about changing the rules to allow Bloomberg onto the debates. So yeah.
Wait, doesn't Bloomberg is? I assume he owns a media company with that name.
Bloomberg, yes, he is that Bloomberg. Bloomberg is what, like the seventh richest man in the world.
All right, so yeah, that doesn't sound fucking biased as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that doesn't cause for ethical concerns.
It's the Democrats that threw ethics out the windows decades ago.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of hoping that more comes out after, because there was that shit with the impeachment shit. Now that that's over, I hope that Trump's side can investigate that properly.
Actually, what's interesting is they're actually talking about a second impeachment now already.
Of course they are, because the first one didn't work.
Well, yeah, and it's specifically because he reassigned Vindman.
Isn't it the president's job to reassign people? Basically?
Yeah. Trump's big mistake is when he actually entered the White House, he did not fire everybody and completely restaff the entire White House, like every president in history. Like every president that I can remember has.
Yeah,
that's Trump's big mistake.
I think he was trying. I think he was trying to work with them, is what it looked like, at least from my perspective. But obviously, they want nothing to do with them. So
because they're all dumbasses.
They are. It's one of those simple things. Like, and I'm going to use Kim Kardashian as an example. I highly doubt she likes him at all, but she worked with him to get what she wanted.
How many idiots in Hollywood said if Trump is president, they're going to leave the U.S., and then come 2016, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Whoopi Goldberg being one of the biggest names I can remember on that one.
Oh God, I remember it too. Because they were like threatening to come to Canada, and we were like, "No, please don't." And even Trudeau was laughing at it. When Trudeau's laughing at you, there's no chance in hell you're moving to Canada.
Yeah. Now, Jen, the big problem I have with the big problem I always had with the Kim Kardashian thing. Kim Kardashian worked with Trump to get one woman released from prison early.
Yeah.
And now Trump sat there, or Kim Kardashian sat there and sang her praises about Trump, and everybody's talking about how this one woman who was caught on a first-time drug offense was in prison for decades. Mm-hmm. The thing they don't mention is this woman was not a low-level drug dealer. This is not someone who they gave a condom full of dope to and said, "Here, take it across the street." This woman was caught with multiple kilos of the stuff. She was a heavy trafficker. That's the dirty little secret nobody's talking about.
Okay. I mean, I figured there was probably more to it than that, but I mean, at this point, isn't she like super old too? Like,
she's super old, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not that.
Yeah, it's the, go to jail for why you go to jail.
Right, and like I said, she was not caught. I mean, she was not caught carrying a baggie across the street. She was caught, going cross country or across the borders of somewhere with a large shipment.
Yeah.
This was not a small thing she got caught up in.
So once again, being a nerd, the Kardashians have ruined something for me. I can't find a Kardashian vole to save my life anymore. Like looking up the image of it. It freaking always autocorrects to Kardashian instead of Kardashian.
What are you trying to find, a Gul Dukat or what?
The one episode of Deep Space Nine, they had these voles running around the station because mating season. 1 second, I'll actually try to find one again.
No, I'm trying to remember the episode.
It's funny, Cisco starts out going, make sure your phasers are set on stun, and by the end of it, he's like, fuck it, shoot to kill. These things are assholes.
Um,
Ooh, awkward silent moment.
I
What kind of
know.
bullshit can I make up?
A
What?
lot of bullshit. Don't worry.
Oh, here we go. Here's.
I'm right back. I gotta
Oh, I
pee.
didn't find this last time I looked at it. Oh, there's an entire like fandom Wikipedia thing on it.
Okay.
I couldn't remember it, so I decided to try to look it up, and it all of a sudden came up looking for Parma in all the wrong places, which was the episode where Garrick went not Garrick, shit. When the
Welcome back.
welcome back.
Yeah.
I want to get. That is one of the things that if I could get my hands on that prop, I would love to get my hands on one of the voles that they used.
The episode I'm trying to I found trying to look it up was it's when the Vulcan went into maintenance season.
Tuvok.
Once it yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that was
It wasn't Tuvok. Tuvok was Voyager.
Voyager.
Garrick. It was one of the I think it was one of the ambassadors or something.
Probably. Ponfar.
Okay, so
Parma, but
what are we talking about?
Cardassian voles.
Oh my
And Star
god,
Trek.
never mind.
we're talking about the reason I was arms killer's age before I lost my virginity.
Ew. Okay. Trump, ew. Budget proposes ending public service student loan forgiveness program.
Ending it?
Yes.
I support this.
Yeah, me too.
Problem though.
Hmm.
Does he support ending it after paying everybody off?
I haven't read the
Because that
article.
seems like a strong possibility to me.
I think debt forgiveness is one of those things that sounds good on paper, but in practical terms, it means you're fucking up the economy to such a degree.
Well, no. The forgiveness program is actually saying, the government's saying we will pay your student loan debt.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it sounds good, but in practice, it will fuck a lot of things up, in my opinion.
No, but they're stopping it. That program exists.
Yeah, I know.
What they're doing is saying pay back what you owe.
Yeah. Oh wait, they're having them now pay them back after.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, right now. Okay, since the early 2000s, I think it was one of the squad actually got caught up in it in a hearing where they were grilling somebody over one of these student loan or from one of these student loan agencies, doing the whole, well, why are you taking care of this student loan? Because the government told us we had to. Well, why are you doing this with student loans? Because the government told us we had to. Why are you charging this? Because this is the rate that the government tells us we have to. It's just they were grilling somebody about student loan stuff. So
Interesting.
the thing about all these student loans is they are government subsidized.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
right, and if they don't pay the student loan back, the government will just. In some cases, the government will say, "Okay, you don't have to pay it back."
Really?
Really?
Sucks to be a taxpayer, I guess.
Yeah. There's a
Well,
Yeah.
think of it this way: one of the bills that I pay a lot, I know I don't talk too much about my finances, but one of the reasons I'm always broke is I'm paying my first wife's student loans off.
Wow. Okay, so the Trump administration seeks to end the popular public service loan forgiveness program, which allows government workers, Native American tribal employees, and nonprofit workers to earn forgiveness of their student debt. No. If you go into this knowing that you're going to be a poor person when you get out of it, that's your fault for choosing something stupid. Although, I do have to say, maybe the program should just be a little cheaper because we technically need people in those fields. And so if you kind of say that, then nobody will be in those fields and then the services will be gone.
You could also say that this whole student debt forgiveness is rising up, the cost of student loans.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. No. See, it's pretty simple. Here's the reason why student loans are being driven are going up so much. It's okay. Here's how much this costs. Okay, cool. The government just gave me all of this. Okay, now it's doubled.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh my God.
Hmm?
Oh my God.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Did you put something naughty in someone's not safe for work again? Is that why you're oh my godding like a little schoolboy?
No.
Got his camera on.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Describe to our viewers.
Man reincarnated.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Somebody-
it's a Pepsi machine with a Pepsi bottle lid on it, and someone put googly eyes on it.
Somebody get a screenshot of this.
Yeah,
That is something I would so
Everyone
totally
shut
do.
up and trucker say something so that you show up.
I was saying
on here.
somebody get a screenshot of this.
You can click on him.
God damn it, trucker talk again.
You can click on him.
I've already
Screenshot.
started the screenshot process. There we
I've
go.
got it. I've got it.
I got it.
Tech God Pete does it again.
I just got it. No, I'd already hit the hotkeys to start the screenshot. Once you do that, there's no going back. Which is why I was saying everyone just shut up and trucker talk so that I can.
He beat you.
Jesus.
Anyway, if you want
Sorry, that was just too awesome.
Before I go back,
You know, there's like a button specifically dedicated for screenshotting.
I'm on a Mac. That doesn't exist.
Fair enough.
Before I go
Loser.
back to this goddamn article, people.
Okay, article.
I have something funny to tell you guys that the CNIB worker I was with today saw in the mall. It was a vending machine for men that forgot Valentine's Day, and the vending machine had chocolate, heart cards, flowers, and then in another box, thongs.
For 10 times the price of going into Victoria's Secret or Hallmark.
It's a vending machine.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, I've seen all kinds of wild vending machines in my life.
Yeah, but up here it's kind of like, But anyways, before we get on a tangent about vending machines, paragraph two.
Was that supposed to be like some hint
Have
that
you
you're
some-
tossing to me?
That too, but paragraph 2. I mean, honestly, how much would it cost you to just send a card there, dude? But anyways. Yeah.
His dignity. Oh, wait, he doesn't have that.
The White House's budget proposal for fiscal year 2021, which was released on the Mondays, would completely eliminate the program, which the administration estimated would save a little more than $1.9 billion over the course of the year. PSLF applicants are eligible for forgiveness of their student loans after making 120 qualifying monthly payments and working for a set period of time as a full-time employee of the government. Well, if you're working for the government, then fuck you. A nonprofit, See, that makes more sense. Or a tribal organization. The program is also open to AmeriCorps and Peace Corps volunteers. Ooh. Loans covered under the PSLF do not qualify if they are from private leaders, among other restrictions. Computer, stop making that sound. The Trump administration.
Low battery.
It's not low battery. Previously proposed
No,
eliminating.
Blind Dog Green has got a low battery at the minute. He needs to go charge himself.
Of course he does. The PSLF is
Is that overcharge, yeah?
2020 budget and has done so in previous years as well, though the White House has so far been unsuccessful in its efforts to try and squash the program. And all of the young millennials and snowflakes just curse to this guy. No, I actually have to pay. Oh shit, I signed up to pay back.
Well, to be fair, as it stands right now under this current program, is that they have to make 120 payments. They said that's payments for 10. That's payments for 10 years. So, I mean, you're still paying it off.
You have more leeway to do it.
Well, it's a matter of you're still. When you pay a student loan back, you pay it back with interest. So under this program, somebody figured out that if you make 10 years of payments to it, the payments, the principal plus the interest that you've already paid, comes back with, or most student loans, the 10 years, the 120 payments will actually cover the entire student loan. So what the subsidy is on this is the government is paying off whatever interest accrued with it. So the government's not necessarily paying the loan itself back, but the interest.
Well, that makes it kind of sound nicer, I suppose. Or perfectly useless.
Yeah.
Hi, Baxter.
You know how much my granddaughter's gonna owe when she finishes?
Nothing?
That's right, nothing. Not a dime.
His grandpa got it?
Huh?
Is grandpa gonna be paying it?
Nope.
Scholarship?
The college is paying it.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh, so
It's one of the benefits of her working there.
Oh, fair enough.
Is any child of hers or legal person that we take care of can go there for nothing. And if we had to pay, we'd be looking at about $250,000.
Is it gender studies?
No, it's just liberal arts.
But liberal arts,
Oh, she's good at it. She's made the dean list every semester.
Anyways, I have another article.
Hey,
M&Ms.
she'll have a degree you won't have.
You know what? I'm gonna have a degree very, 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 very soon.
How long is very soon?
Well, technically, I got accepted for September 2020.
She's
Okay.
she's waiting for me to fake it for her.
So, funnier, more laid back, more chill article before Eminem gets to do his job that I don't pay him for is Bill Gates has reportedly ordered a $645 million hydrogen-powered super yacht.
Of course he has.
Super yachts.
A super yacht.
What is he doing? Making nuclear fusion?
I don't know.
Anyone who can crack cold fusion would be rich beyond their wildest dreams.
That was the plot of the Val Kilmer movie, The Saint, wasn't it? Somebody had cracked cold fusion. Sorry.
Last I
Yeah, it
heard,
was.
the only fusion they've been able to do takes a tad bit more energy than they get out of it, so not viable yet.
Oh, so it's not so it's so inefficient that it's as you said.
They haven't. They're working on it.
So,
Who is they?
The scientist people, I don't remember,
paragraph 1.
and a half.
Oh, Green. You're so silly. You're such a silly sausage. Anyway.
First sentence.
Yes. As per reports, Bill Gates has ordered the world's first hydrogen-powered superjet at a cost of around $645 million.
The problem is that if it's Bill Gates, he'll try and update it at some point and it'll just break.
No. Or, you know what? It'll crash.
Yeah.
And considering it's hydrogen, it would just be a massive blue screen of death.
Yeah.
Oh, the humanity!
Doesn't hydrogen burn clear?
Or no, that would be. I was gonna say, or a red ring of death.
Hydrogen doesn't burn at all. It's explosive, and the only exhaust out of hydrogen is water.
Well, that's because it mixed with oxygen.
If it is heated, it will burn green.
Well, the problem is once you actually go to start the engines up and get ready to, shove off and all that, it's going to sit there for about a half hour, just say updating. And then go to where Peter said and say, or then update and say a fatal error has occurred in the update.
And the funny thing is it would have been stuck at 100% that entire time.
Mm-hmm.
The 370-foot Aqua luxury ship has been designed by Dutch marine architects. However, they denied that it had sold the Aqua concept to Gates. The vessel is unlikely to take to the seas before 2024.
Wait, hold up. This is a personal yacht. 370 feet.
Jesus fuck.
Who needs that?
Apparently,
very tall person.
The joke in that is, Crappy, you've been up by the Inner Harbor in Baltimore when they've had a ship in port, right?
You could say his yacht is as long as it takes to update the fucking thing.
Well, I was gonna say while it passes, all you hear is dudum, 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 and at the end, Bill Gates goes into the ship's cabin, the main steering cabin, with this giant helmet on his head. Talking about how he can't breathe in that thing.
Oh God.
Big Joe, I'm still not going to be a psychiatrist. I'm going to be an autism therapist. But, thank you.
People keep saying I need to go to a psychiatrist, but I'm fine.
Please don't come to me.
No.
I've got enough crazies.
Which once again makes me wonder. Never mind.
Why am I allowed on this show?
No.
Because we like you, Green.
Who just flushed a toilet?
Flushed a toilet. Was that
Someone
that was
with
killer?
That was YouTube flushing it.
Yeah, the stream is so
They're
degenerate.
flushing the whole damn stream. Never done.
Yep.
Susan, fix your shit.
It was Susan. She's hiding in your closet, blind girl. You should kick her out. Naughty Susan.
Castle Doctrine, kill her!
But I can do a quid pro quo to help her save my channel, so no. But anyways, guess what? We just tens the minutes left. So you know what? M&Ms, do your funny.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh my god, don't be such a bitch.
Well, she is your boss, so yeah, she can act.
She's not my fucking boss.
Because she said, do your funny, not whinge like a bitch.
Exactly. God, you're being such a pussy about it. I was gonna change my name to Lady Misanthropic, but then he got really like Twizzlers about it, and I'm like, God, why are you being such a bitch about it?
I think we should change Skills' name to Mr. Whingebag.
Jeez.
Suck my dick. Fucking load. Oh my god.
Is Windows updating by any chance? Oh wait, no, you're using a Mac. Even worse.
He's frustrated, isn't he?
Ilhan Omar accused of appropriating Alabama culture by marrying relative.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Washington, D.C. Ilhan Omar has been accused of marrying her brother. A very serious allegation, but even more serious is the allegation that by so doing, she may have appropriated Alabama culture. Since Ilhan Omar has disgraced her country since she married her. Hey, wait a minute, that's our thing, said one man in Alabama. Stop appropriating Southern culture. All right, hold on, I got to do the clap talk for this one. Appropriating Alabama culture is not okay, wrote one social justice advocacy group on Twitter. Not only do Southerners have to contend with the non-Southerners saying y'all and drinking sweet tea, but now their marital practices are being colonized by cis POC women. Ilhan Omar was also spotted driving a 1969 Dodge Charger with a Confederate flag on the top.
Just a good old boy.
And
Never meaning no harm.
Beats all you ever all been in trouble with the law since the day they were born.
Thank you, Big Dro. Dro's on my side in this.
Dro, you're supposed to
Oh,
be on
you
my
know
side.
they're not gonna agree, right, Skills? You know that. You know you're not gonna have your way, right? That you know, life just isn't fair like that.
You suck dick for jelly beans. Shut up.
Hey,
So
you're
actually,
not
before
supposed to say what happens
so-
on the weekends.
So actually, before we end this, real quick, has anybody heard about that Donald Trump picture? That
Everybody say hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Thank you.
So before we end this, has anybody heard about the Donald Trump picture that
The
they,
one with
quote
his
unquote,
spray, the one with his like spray tan.
yeah, the one where they fact checked him by saying he's not photoshopped because the picture was edited in another program.
Oh wow! Wait till you.
Wow.
That totally
No,
not my
that's like Snopes saying that it's mostly false that the Democrats have tried to bring impeachment charges against every president since Eisenhower, and they said it's mostly false because they only tried to bring impeachment against 4 of the 5 Republican presidents. So it's like mostly true then.
Yeah.
It's like Snopes saying that the Clintons didn't organise for Epstein to be shot in his cell. They organised for him to be stabbed.
Yeah. Well, hell, remember Peter Ills, MSNBC, when
And
Donald
also
Trump said
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, Peter, if you remember, it was MSNBC that when Donald Trump said she acid washed her server, they fact checked him and said Hillary Clinton did not pour a corrosive substance onto her computer.
For fuck's sake.
The hamburgers were not stacked a mile high.
Yeah.
A foot long at Subway is actually 11.5 inches.
It actually varies. Depends on how long the bread had been left in the proofer for.
Yep. Yeah, I used to work at a Subway. I'm well aware
And
of
it
that.
depends on how turned on the bread is.
Yeah, there was one time when everyone got 13 inches. because I left the bread in the proofer for too long.
All right, with all this being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for dropping by. I am Pumpkin Trucker Matt. Dash cams Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Starting tomorrow morning in West Virginia, going to Stewart's Draft, Virginia, to go to Silver Spring, Maryland. And then while you're at it, going over to the Pumpkin Trucker channel, check out new content coming soon. The video dropped last week. There'll be more like that. So come on, check that out. Subscribe. Then in the meantime, tomorrow morning, Green Thunder, will you be streaming?
Yes, because I forgot I was supposed to stream today.
There you go. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, go over to Green Thunder D Mighty's channel for an episode of Fallout New Vegas or the Insane Deviants or whatever he decides to do tomorrow. Could very well be 7 days to die. Who knows? So then tomorrow night, back at 7 p.m., come on back over here to the Blind Trucking channel or Blind Girl channel for another episode of Blind Trucking. You'll find Green Thunder D Mighty. You'll find Mr. Misanthropic, myself, Peter Allman, Arms Killer, Gen T Maxi. Thanks for everybody for coming out. And one thing you will definitely find is you will find Blind Girl and you will hear Gen T Maxi say,
Rar? Am I supposed to rar? I wasn't sure because like I usually work myself up to those. So
when I say so, usually when I call on somebody, it's say something smart ass.
oh, okay. Then I was supposed to roar. Okay. Rar!
Good enough.
Rar. I mean, what?
Oh my god, really?
Come back tomorrow for another episode of the show that is less photoshopped than Donald Trump's face.
Yes.
See everybody tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by.
If I die,
If ass ain't meant to be eaten, why is it between two buns?
Oh my god.
No, eat the
Yes,
poo-poo.
that was on the show. Yes,
Yes.
it is.